Yo, 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 what's good? What is good? We are back in the house. We are back. Power last night was, it was fun. Six plus hours of no power. We went out to dinner and came back and still no power. So there's that. All right, well, let's get into this. We got still pushing. So I want to make sure we give it the respect it deserves.
Ted, my boy, it's gonna be legend.
As far as time.
Legendary.
All right, here we are, live in full effect. Okay. If you are here lurking, just make sure you lurk and hit the like button. Right, hit the like button for me. Let me know that you're here lurking. Hit the like button. Push the stream out. Interesting. Let's jump into this. Wife's playing a different game with her friend. Our friend Courtney Celeste. I think you sometimes guys hear me call her on stream. They are playing Palia. So, plus this is a lot more reading and traveling and stuff. I don't think we have any big fights coming up here in the next few quests. So, I think by the time I get ready to do another fight again, we'll be done streaming for the night. So we're gonna pick it up from here and kind of go forward and just push. I wanted to finish this by today, but obviously with the power outage yesterday, that did not happen. So we're gonna make it happen today. Duran, I trust you had a good rest. An envoy of Master Fulgenant arrived not that long ago with a message. The Loporits have determined Medion's location. We've been asked to gather the Rostora. Gather at the Rostora. I know I'm saying it wrong, but whatever. I'll meet you there along with the others. Okay. Let's get our travel on. I don't need to use stairs or anything. So many people here. You gotta click on to get to the one you want. If you're not using a mouse. Oh, I put some itch cream on, but I just put it on right before the stream. Everyone appears to be present and accounted for. Good. As you know, the Loporits have deduced the whereabouts of Medion by the means of a crystal bequeathed to us by Heidelin herself. Which was sad because I think that was it for Heidelin. Like we won't see her no more. I don't think so. Maybe. I could be wrong. Aquarius' location is a place far beyond the moon, in the furthest reaches of the sea of stars, at the edge of creation. A veritable ultim Thule. Indeed. How then are we to reach it? An excellent question. Lucky for you, I have equally excellent answer. In theory, it is advanced propulsion systems, the moon is capable of delivering you to Ultim Thulu, but the myriad of the facilities housed within would greatly impede travel through the sea of stars. Even the mother crystal may not possess ether enough to bear so massive a vessel to our destination and back. However, if we integrate our hyper hopper into your ether burner, we should be able to fire things up and jump our way to the end of the universe in no time. Father, does this mean... Bear in mind, this decision was not made solely at my discretion, but with the consent of the Forum. Hearing the Loper's proposal, the Forum was faced with a grave decision. To commit the Ark to this endeavor would mean abandoning both our plans to evacuate to the moon and to resettle on another star. Needless to say, the proposition invited fierce debate. In the end, however, the Forum was swayed by the simple fact that Heidelin believed you possessed the strength needed to overcome this crisis. The Great Exodus was, after all, a plan of Heidelin's own making. Therefore, if in the 11th hour she would proffer another means by which we may seek salvation, we would be fools to dismiss it out of hand. Indeed, she sacrificed everything, her very existence, to avert the destruction of the star. That is why we have chosen to place our faith in Heidelin, in you. The Ark will be made ready for your voyage into Ultim Thule. Filet, maybe? What of all the people that have labored so tirelessly to prepare for the evacuation? They must be furious. I would not be so sure. They have not forgotten your deeds on Magma Glace. Nor did your instrumental role in orchestrating delivery of the adamantium go unnoticed. No, the people do not protest. Quite the contrary. They have expressed unwavering support for you and your mission. Are the Loportis too willing to abandon the Exodus? Were you not listening when we said we were born of Heidelin's love for the Aethery and its people? If it means your survival, we will do anything to help. And you will most certainly have need of our expertise where you're going. There's no guaranteed Ultim Thule is a place that supports life, and otherwise vexing problem our know-how can remedy. Besides, Heidelin chose us to lead the way to Medion. Why else would she give you a crystal only we can decipher? But more importantly, we're perfectly content to evacuate Aethery until you brought us here, Mirage. And now we're enamored with the place, so what choice do we have but to save it? Of course, none of this is possible without you and the Scions, so I must ask, are you certain you wish to do this? Everybody looking at me for it. I'm game. You couldn't stop us if we tried. If you tried. That's right. What up, Jay? Will? How you doing, buddy? Appreciate you swinging through. Well, very well. We shall inform the Forum of your decision and begin preparations to bolster the Ark with the Hyper Hopper. The Loportis will coordinate with the Ishbar contingent to have the necessary components transported via the Tower of Babel. Of course, it will take time until the work is complete. For now, pray, take your ease. We just took our ease. Should seem there is naught to do but rest and prepare. Shall we? Bro, we just took a nap and everything. We woke up. Okay, I guess we're gonna go rest again. Okay. Forget how I never know how to access those things. Oh, is my bot not working? Let's see if the bot is working. That's not how you spell that. Chillin' man, but you're here? Okay. Yeah, bot's working. Okay. Bot's working. Just didn't tell you had points, which is weird. But that's fine. That's fine. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Ere we depart, we must leave nothing undone. Quite, though it is difficult to conceive of how one can best prepare to brave a domain where Dynamis governs all. Nevertheless, Hadelin deemed us worthy of these trials that await. For lack of any other feasible option at this last stage, let us trust in her judgment trust in her judgment and face Medion as we are. Which leaves the not so small task of coordinating our efforts here to you in Tataru. If all goes to plan, we'll be back before you know it. I certainly hope so. We'll be praying for your safe return. Mayhap it will affect the Dynamis for the better. With that settled, we should get some rest and make the most of the time we've been afforded. Rose for dessert? Yeah, that's okay. The meeting is over, isn't it? You were in there for so long. I started to worry. What did they have to say? Why is Tataru looking sad? The edge of creation. I see. I'm about to get arrested? Why am I about to get arrested, Months? What did I do? Welcome. For those who don't know, I stream on both Twitch and YouTube. The pinned links are at the top of either. One day I will figure out a way to combine chats for both so that people can see what's going on both sides. But for now, feel free to go check out the other one to hang out. We have Twitch points available. We have YouTube points available. So all that is now available. Okay. Rest assured, everything will remain in order until you return, and you will return. Actually, Duran, can I borrow you for a moment? Looks like your plan for the intermediate and are decided. When the two of you have finished, meet us back at the Bolton Annex. All right. But Rosen, welcome to the Twitch stream. Appreciate you coming by. We do stream Final Fantasy XIV, obviously, but we also play other games like Madden, Split Fiction, God of War sometimes. Hopefully Black Myth Wukong will be soon. Summertime makes it hard because on Sundays when I would stream normally, sorry, I just read a comment on YouTube. Yeah, summertime makes it a little tough because I like to be on the grill. And why does my restream keep freezing? Interesting. Mutt says, I want channel points that your player in college and Madden can't touch the ball for a quarter. Wow. How's that even possible, though, bro? Like, one of my guys is a running back. How does he not touch the ball for an entire quarter? He doesn't go to the bench ever. He doesn't go to the bench ever. The other one's a receiver. Now he can go a quarter without touching the ball. That's easy. But the running back, I don't know much. All I can do is block. You know what? I will make that. I will see if I can make that. But it's going to be like a lot of points. It's not going to be something cheap. It's going to be like 10,000 channel points or something like that. Where you can use channel points to stop me from touching the ball for a quarter. And then maybe like 5,000 for a drive. Like the drive, I can't touch the ball. I don't know. Maybe we can. Maybe I can set something up like that. I'd have to figure out how to do that. Like, make the command come up, and then I have to abide by it, by the rules of the command. Bro, I am over here dying from this heat rash. Dying. I should get credit since I have been here for so long. See what exclamation point GD treats are. See what those are for you. Bro, this heat rash is kicking my tail. Come with me to Argo. I have something to show you. Okay. Wait a minute, isn't the crystal over here? Yeah. I ain't gotta do all that extra walking. All right, welcome, Duran, to Tataru's Taru Boutique. What? I've always done my best to provide the Scions with fashionable attire, but in your case specifically, I make an extra effort to strive for the most functional yet stylish clothing one could ask for. Not that I'm playing favorites, but you are the warrior of light. I'm sick and it's hot as hell out here. Bruh, it was the last 2 days. The humidity had us almost in the 90s in the middle of May here in Indiana. Like, that's hot for us at this time of the year. And this heat rash I had going on was not loving it. Let's just say that. Faced with this unprecedented crisis, I knew you would need an ensemble unlike anything I've created before, and that I wouldn't be able to do it alone. And so, after enlisting the aid of the world's finest artisans, I finally completed my career-defining masterpiece. But then inspiration struck, and I saw a golden opportunity just begging to be seized. With the help of some of the Tavern's refugees, I decided to set up shop here in Charlene. Of course, I would never charge you for any of our works. Perish the thought. Well, Mutz, I hope you're get to feeling better, man. Varshada, how are things coming along? I think that's how you say his name. Everything is in order, Mistress Tataru. We'll be ready to open shortly. Which is why I brought you here, to be our very first Patreon. Would you mind waiting here a moment longer? Okay, I guess we're waiting here a little longer. The following event cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel any pending duty fighting registrations. Okay. I don't have any pending duty fighter registrations. But at the end of this expansion, we probably will be jumping into a bunch of random dungeons because we need to get our tomes up. Gotta get our tomes up. And itch the wrong way. I did not expect to find you here. I imagine Nydia would also wish to offer her regards. Alas, after delivering our dragon scales to the engineers, she remained to assist with their work on the ether burner. This simulacrum, too, will stay in Charlene, while I oversee matters in Razahan. It is a rather convenient means to keep abreast of developments pertaining to the final days or anything else. It also allows me, after a fashion, to watch over my people in this distant land. Varshahan, I was hoping you'd stop by. I can't thank you enough for allowing your artisans to work with me here at the boutique. Please, it is I who should be thanking you. The establishment has restored a sense of normalcy to their lives. You have blessed them with a newfound purpose and a means by which to support themselves in these troubled times. What's more, when they at last return home to Razahan, the experience and the knowledge they have gained in your employ will no doubt prove a boon to the artistry and the commerce of our land. In fact, I came here to see how your new employees are settling in and to express my gratitude for granting them this opportunity. It is an opportunity for me as well. Believe you me, your artisans have taught me so much about Tharvian craftsmanship. The resourcefulness and the ingenuity are nothing short of inspiring. I can't wait to see what kind of wonders we come up with. I pray you ever succeed in your endeavors, Mr. Satoru. Before coming here, I had heard word from the Forum's decision of what will soon be attempted. It was only then that I finally understood why my father called this star the last bastion of hope. Indeed, it was the last bastion, for the flame of every other star he encountered had likely been extinguished. In the boundless dark, the light brimming life must have been blinding in its splendor. Your journey unto the heavens to protect that light. May the scales of my kin serve you well. I have faith you will prevail and restore peace and tranquility to the star. Let's see. With that, we're still allowed to see it. Yeah, let's do that one. I will not see his sacrifice squandered, nor shall I rest until Razahan is returned to its former glory. Forgive me, but I must take my leave. Fare you well, and remember, the people of this star have not yet given up hope, and neither must you. Well, let's see who else we're going to run into. Who else is going to come up and say something to us? Ugh, where must I go to get a meal with some flavor in this wasteland of taste? Okay. Oh, that's what's his name? His brother. Duran, oh boy, whatever are you doing here? A new boutique, you say? I had been meaning to expand my wardrobe. Yes, something with a little more flair, perhaps, befitting a man of my station. Though I have nowhere to flaunt, said Remnant, so long as my confinement continues indefinitely. I, the young Lord Frumptus, insist that so long as there is work to be done, no matter how trivial, I must abide here in Charlene. Thus do I toil through every fiber of my being, rail against it. Why, I've even suffered the company of that brute Sikar to see supplies transported in a timely fashion. Yet he was the one granted leave this morning to participate in some supposed convert operation. So I suffer instead for his otherwise welcome absence. Now burdened with extra busy work, and without honor it here, there is no one to prepare my meals. I came here in hopes to find a nice cafe, perhaps. Alas, the Charlene delicacies I've sampled were lacking in every respect. Yeah, have you tried Archer Loaf? You can find it at the shops. If your hearty meal is what you're after, I suggest... Yeah, let's suggest the Last Stand. Let's suggest the Last Stand. The cafe over on the pier? Their cuisine didn't appear all that appetizing, but if you vouch for their cooking, then perhaps I will give it a try. Thank you for the suggestion, and ta-ta for now, old boy. All right, who's next? Who's next on this list of people? Thank you guys for hanging out with your boy tonight. While we go through the end of this story, it's definitely coming down to the end. You can feel like final stuff being said, like at the end of each one of these expansions, and this one feels like a final, like not necessarily a final goodbye, but just like you can tell things are wrapping towards something. Well, is that Duran and Tataru I spy? All right, who's talking to us? It's the dude from the Eastern thing. What up, B? Stop by to say Android's track. Wow. Hold on one second, bro. Hold on one second. Yep. That's how you handle that. Bada bop boom pow. That's how you handle those. That's how you handle those kind of people, bro. You just... Did the boo not work? Is the boo not working? This bot is being weird today. Let me see.
Ooh, you suck.
Oh, so he's reading Twitch, but he's not reading YouTube. Interesting. I mean, let me restart him. Let's restart the bot. He was working on Twitch, but he's not working on YouTube. Okay. All right. Let's try it now. Okay, the bot. That's why he's not been responding on YouTube. He's not responding on YouTube. Interesting. Well, that's terrible. He's working on Twitch, though. Let me try this. Oh, it's disconnected. Give me a second. I gotta reconnect them. Somehow he got disconnected. Okay. All right, Brian, try it again. Should work now. Should work. Okay. Actually, let me try on my side.
You want my spot?
There we go. It's back.
Well, you ain't gonna get it, cause you ain't got it.
Jive turkey. All right. Bot is back on this side. All right, cool. Hancock, what are you still doing here? You said you were returning immediately after dropping off your cargo. Yes, that was my original plan. After all, any expertise required aside from the delivery of goods is well beyond my purview. But what manner of entrepreneur would squander an opportunity to study the markets of the northern seas? Worry not. I will return straight away to the Kugane once I have finished. Of course you would find a way to turn this crisis into your advantage. She wounds me, the industrious woman running a whole boutique. I'm not blind to the travails of those who fight on the front lines to deliver us from the ruin. Indeed, I have every confidence that they will succeed, and I would make myself and my business ready for their return. If you believe in them so devotedly, then why not put your money where your mouth is? Well, see, the thing is, Brian, I was almost at 21 until I switched games and stuff. Yeah, but the bot's back on, Brian. The bot is back. For YouTube as well now. Fair enough, Tataru, fair enough. There is not more I can do to help ready the Ark and her heroes for their maiden voyage. But on your return, I shall host a grand celebration in your honor at the Bokurari Inn. Accommodations are quite costly, given the reputation of said establishment, but the Eastern Otterland Trading Company would be honored to foot the bill. Will there be lemon cakes? Is the question. Oh, a man of tart taste, I see. Yeah, it's got to be the lighting. I don't know if maybe I need to adjust something. So when I lean back, maybe if I make it a little brighter in here. So then when I lean back, it doesn't. Yeah, I turned my light up, so hopefully maybe that fixes it. I think with the power outage, it reset everything back to like standard. So I just cut the lighting up. Hopefully that fixes it. And then let me push my mic back a little bit there. And hopefully that'll help. All right. Yes, there will be lemon cakes and much, much more. The finest delicacies the world and Lord Lorito have to offer. Ugh. Sorry, guys. Right there. Oh, my goodness. The heat rash thing is killing me. Made myself doing green screen. Just try to have a little circle with your head in the bottom corner with your room background and all. Might look cleaner. Yeah, I've been playing with it. Hopefully the lighting part will work. It's not even green screen. It's just the background. It just takes your background out. I think at some point what I might do, Brian, I have one light here, and then I have obviously the light that's in the room. But I may put another light right here, another desk light, just so I can get more light on me, and maybe that will eliminate all the jumping in and out more. So the more light I can put on me, the better the camera is. And then depending on if I continue to grow again on Twitch and YouTube, then I will reinvest into a new camera. I will reinvest into maybe a slightly better mic. I just got new monitors last year. Maybe even possibly a new laptop or PC for streaming. Once we get moved and settled into the office area, once I get that ability to do that here in another year or so. Man, that is killing me, bro. But let us speak more upon your return. Least I draw even more Tataru's ear. Until next we meet. Yeah, I might go back to the little window I had before and just put that back up. And take the background thing off. I like it because it makes it feel cleaner. The box kind of takes away from it all a little bit, but who knows? I got a couple ideas of I'm jumping around. Once we get in the office, I can do a real green screen, and that should really take care of a lot of it. Duran, decided to spend your time at the market, did you? All right, who are we going to run into now? Okay. Biggs. Biggs and Wedge. Yeah, Tataru. Biggs, Wedge. I take it worked on the art proceeds at pace. Words are hard right now. It does indeed. Collaborating with the greatest minds of Charlene and at Razahan has been a rewarding experience, and that's to say nothing of what we've learned from the Laportis. The arc is unlike anything we've ever had the pleasure to work on. Even Nero was rendered speechless on more than one occasion. Can't wait for you to see it. And you'll never guess who just paid us a visit before we came to Charlotte. Alpha. I think he sensed the coming danger and returned to check on us. He was always one to turn up in the time of need, and I suppose that's why he decided to join us here in Charlene. Good thing, too. I don't know how he does it, but he has a knack for brightening your day just by being there. It's still hard to believe we had the means to send you off into the great expanse, though. The furthest known reaches of, well, everything. I never thought I'd live to see such a marvels, yet here I am. More often than not, you and the Scions are the catalyst that sparks the need for the great innovations. To think how much I'd missed out on had I not been a member of the Ironworks. An awful lot of work, to be fair, and the privilege of being worked like a cart chocobo. There is that too. As busy as we've been, I wish there was more we could do for you, Duran. But no matter what happens, we'll have to keep believing for a brighter future. That will do. That we do, my friends. That we do. Let's go with the first one. When you're headed back, would you tell the engineers I'll be along shortly with refreshments? That's very kind of you, Tataru. They'll be glad to hear it. And on that note, Wedge and I should get going. So a few more supplies together before we return. Yeah, I think by turning up the light, it helps out a lot. Terribly sorry for the wait. Right this way, if you please. Right. I don't believe the two of you have been formally introduced. This is Varsharod from Pakistan. But haven't we met before? I'm pretty sure we've met before. Maybe briefly, but we've met. Ah, yes. It was you who helped us at Persura, and again when crossing the ice fields, was it not? I doubt we exchanged little more than glances then, but it's kind of you to remember me. Thanks to Mr. Satoru, I and many of my friends have found gainful employment in this foreign land. It's only natural to feel fear in the face of calamity. In such times, we must look to one another for strength and succor. I know not whether we will come to call this place home or return to Thavanir, but we are here today and are glad to have contributed to the cause. And contribute they did by helping to make your new garments as durable as possible. We put our heart and soul into them, and I have every confidence they'll keep you safe in the battles to come. Guys, to think how far we've come since our humble beginnings at the Walking Sands. From the rising stones to the falling snow, and even certain insufferable someone, Ruby Bazaar. We were always fortunate to find friends along the way. Even when you were swept away to the first, Gravatia was there to grant you sanctuary. I'll never forget the relief I felt when you all returned to us. I thought my heart would burst. Yours has been a long, long journey, and I've been privileged to watch often with bated breath as you preserve time and again. For the joy that we shared, there's been much sorrow as well. But I've long since learned you cannot have one without the other. Which is why I promise to send you off to the sea of stars with a smile. And you can be certain I'll be the first one to welcome you back on your return. Bro, I hope y'all giving it up for the voice acting I'm doing here. Top tier voice acting. In addition to your new ensemble, we have remnants of weaponry for every need. So please, feel free to browse our stock. You may now obtain job-specific gear from Varsha. The weapons and gear obtained can be equipped at level 89. However, all item stats will be subjected to item level sync. Upon reaching level 90 with the corresponding job, these items will no longer be synced. Furthermore, the gear can be dyed upon completion of the role quest associated with the said job. Okay, great. So how do I get this? Oh. Okay. I don't know if I like that one. It's an eye patch. I'm gonna do that one, but you guys won't see it, so. Oh, we can't claim it, so. Excuse me, y'all. What's this one? Oh, let's try that one. See if we can. Oh yeah, we can do that one. Let's try it on. Oh, what a line on there. We're just gonna get it all. Okay. Let's go equip it real quick. See what this looks like. Boom. Look at that. Look at that dude right there. Let's get a look at that. Like that axe better than the other one he had him in. Shoot, the other one we had him in was terrible. Okay. Alright. I realize you still got lots to do before you depart, so I won't keep you any longer. I do hope you can find a moment for yourself and that the others can as well. They said they were returning to Baldersian, Annex, though I doubt they stayed for long. If you decide to go look for them, I suggest speaking with Cryo first. I'm sure that they would have told her their plans. Okay. Hey look, it's Soraban. We didn't talk to him. You too have found yourself idle, my friend. If you seek to occupy your time until the arc is ready, you needn't go need to go far. Even the markets here in Charlotte are filled with the most wondrous of sights. Yeah, thanks. Appreciate that. All right. Thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. Appreciate it. I just go through the story. Let's cryo. Oh, you're back. I take it you received your gift from Tataru. You can't see my fancy new thing, friends. It was a surprise long in the making, with many, many long hours of fretting to get everything just right. I'm glad to see it realized and with great success. If you're looking for the others, though, they already taken their leave. Yosota, Thancred, Urianje have gone to the last stand for a bite to eat. Alize, Grahatia, meanwhile, thought their time would be best spent poring over books at the Nominun. As for Alphadote and Estidian, well, they've elected to pay a visit to the Lavour estate, though Estidian seemed somewhat reluctant to go. I'm sure they would all be glad for your company if you a mind to seek them out. Should you be feeling peckish, I suggest heading to the last stand before Yosota and the others finish eating, but above all else, I would be foolish to run headlong into battle a fatigued mess, so do remember to get a good night's sleep. Okay. Appreciate that. I guess we're going to the last stand. All right. Yeah, I think that having the light brighten has helped with the disappearing act that was going on. Duran, come to make our trio a quadrant, have you? Please have a seat and we will see about getting you a drink. Can this be voiced? Could this next part be voiced? It would help so much.
Your business with Chitaru was finished.
Great. Give me a break.
My, what a thoughtful surprise. Whatever would we do without her?
Indeed. And she's right, you know. It hasn't been all doom and gloom.
Feels like a lifetime ago that Master Louis Soir gathered us together to form the Circle of Knowing. Since then, we have experienced much. But rather than feeling wiser, the more I learn, the more I find my knowledge lacking.
Forsooth. As a student, vainly did I believe that I held the secrets of creation in my grasp. Yet that which I had seized was but an insignificant sliver of what awaited in the wider world. Every encounter, every experience hath served to open mine eyes, enlightening and humbling me in equal measure. Even from those whom I called enemies have I learned many a valuable lesson.
What will we learn at the edge of the universe, I wonder?
Ultima Thule.
Thule,
Where
okay.
the bringer of the end makes her nest. I, for one, can't possibly imagine. But whatever awaits us there, we will survive. We must. For her.
We'll get through this together.
Gods, it feels like only yesterday that we went on that mission to Drybone. We've both changed much since then, have we not?
Man, I forgot about the mission to Drybone.
We've come far together, and if we have aught to say about it, we'll go further still. Aye, we will avert this calamity and return home. In preparation for which, we must give thought to what we hope to achieve after the proverbial dust has settled.
What with the primals and Ascians all but dealt with, I suppose we'll need to look for new hobbies. In all seriousness, though, in uniting to overcome a common foe, the disparate peoples of the world have found a way forward together. It's a truly gratifying sight to see.
Indeed. Though it was many years in the making, we have successfully set in motion the gears of fundamental change. With this, we have fulfilled our humble role as a symbol of hope. And I dare say it is time to bow out. After all, there is no shortage of hands to bear the torch in our stead.
You know, I never really considered I might live long enough to see an after. But even if my time as a scion came to an end, I don't expect that much will change. Traveling the world, going wherever the wind blows, lending a hand to those in need.
A journey for journey's sake. It doth suit thee well. I must confess I too have yearned to see more of the world. If thou art amenable to the suggestion, I would accompany thee. Mine ability to affect an air of normalcy through artful disguise is much improved, thou must concede.
Aye, well, improvement is relative. You still look suspicious no matter what you wear. What of you, Ishtola? Any grand plans?
Why, continue my quest for knowledge, naturally. To begin with, I wish to know the state of the reflections, to which end I must find a means to travel between worlds. 'Tis the least I must do if I am to keep my promise.
There we go.
Should my pursuits prove unduly arduous, I won't hesitate to call on you. And in return, I will take you to see Reen one day. I'm sure you cannot wait to see the fine young woman she has become.
Spare me.
And what of thee? What wouldst thou pursue at duty's end?
Duty's end? An adventurer, fam. There is no duty's end. I would find another adventure.
Here's yours. My apologies for the wait.
Well, shall we make a toast? To victory.
To our comrades.
To the future of the star.
Excuse me. Sorry, y'all. Yawning on camera like y'all not right there. Leaving so soon? I suppose it is for the best. If you'd rather not explore the bottom of a bottle with Urianje, I dare say the others would welcome your company as well. If you can find them, that is. In any case, as long as you make the most of your time, then that is all that matters. Okay. Looks like we got to find the other groups. You know, as movies and stories do at the end. It's been a very long time since I've had mail. That's the first one we come across. That's the first one we'll go to. That is House Fauchenot, or Lavore. The Lavore estate. So let's see what we got here. Oh, okay.
What brings you here?
Voiced as well, thank God.
Ah, so you were worried that the Levier household might again be gripped by turmoil. All is well, I assure you. In my letters home, I had made mention of Estinian, you see. My mother wished to meet the legend in person, and so we arranged to have a spot of tea together.
Where were you in my hour of need? Fell beasts I can face, but I'm not made for idle chit-chat with lords and ladies.
Well, I for one thought you held your own. Mother was the picture of delight.
I might have been delighted myself, were we in a tavern with more agreeable drink. The thought of fleeing crossed my mind, but what then? I'd never hear the end of it, least of all from Tataru.
I'm sorry. 'Twas not my intent to cause you such distress. It's just... it was one of the things I didn't want to leave undone ere we set forth. That's not to say I think we won't be returning. Yet, given what lies ahead, I did not wish to leave for later that which I could do today. After all, tomorrow is never promised.
It's fine. Not like I had better things to do. Besides, seeing you with your mother brought back fond memories of my own. Be we rich or poor, family is family.
Those who are on Twitch, Frosty Tools, Bot has given me a classic picture. Yeah, okay,
it's
great.
past time we were on our way.
Has trivia sometimes during ad breaks. Sometimes it summarizes the chat.
Wait! Since I left home, I've made a great many mistakes. Mistakes for which I can never make amends. But through it all, you didn't give up on me. To have returned here with you at my side, it means more to me than you know. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart. Forgive me, but it needed to be said.
I'm the one who owes you thanks. Were it not for you, I would not be alive today, nor come to terms with Nidhogg's spirit. I am ever grateful.
I suppose I ought to thank you both. You see my Gyrotatsu made for me?
Well, we needn't make it a competition. You know, this must be what Heidling meant when she spoke about depending on one another. However treacherous the road before us, together we will prevail.
Okay, that's Alpha No. Now we gotta go find Alizé and Tia. Kind of like in between here. Over here. Okay. You try to speak with Alizé, but she is fast asleep. They're asleep. Okay. I didn't looking through all them books. I would have fell asleep too. Look, it's Cryo.
Oh. Knowing them,
They're probably dreaming about the celestial adventures to come. Just as well. They've been running themselves ragged of late. Unlike you and the others, I'm a few steps removed from the danger and excitement. The things you all get up to never fail to impress me. But by the same token, I can't help but worry. Not only for your safety, but for your happiness. After everything you've sacrificed, you earned it 1,000 times over. From the simple pleasures of tucking into a hearty meal or collapsing into a comfortable bed, to the grand triumphs of visiting legendary lands.
Why they just got them sitting there bobbing their heads like that? If I was sitting there like that on a hard stone bench, I wouldn't be sleeping like that.
There is so much that life has to offer. So much to be treasured and shared with those we hold dear. So promise me this. Come what may, you won't give up on your own happiness. When you're out there fighting tooth and nail, it's all too easy to forget. But in the end, your passions will be your greatest strength of all. Remember that.
This feels familiar. Well, 'tis good to be... wait. What are you... What am I... Gods, don't tell me I fell asleep.
Of course.
Not that there's any shame in it, but you were sleeping like babies.
Oh, how embarrassing.
Not a word to anyone. Understood? Not one word.
Why are you coming at me like that, though?
I'm told that sleeping in proper beds of your own choosing is a much more effective way to prepare for battle.
So, what were the two of you doing here?
I had a few books to return to the library. Thought I'd take care of it while I could.
And you?
Just enjoying a little peace and quiet. You know, I don't get a lot of downtime, except for, you know, when I get too much downtime, people got stuff for me to do. I'm like, hey, you look like you're not doing anything. Come over here and do something. I got this task for you. All right, let's all right. So we're gonna go call it a night here for this for a second. For this part of it, all right? We didn't rest more in the last couple cutscenes than we have the entire time we've been playing this game. Feels like outside of time that we were sleeping in the first. Slept a lot in the first. Welcome back to Rand. Return to catch a final few weeks before embarking on your mission, I presume. You'll be happy to know your chambers have been cleaned and fresh linens laid out. I pray you enjoy the sweetest dreams on this final night before the big day. Alright. I'm gonna retire to the chambers. Okay, another quick cutscene. The night at Royal Mangalier in Alamigo. Okay, what's going on in Alamigo? Bless you. This is where we fought him last. He's here to return to his place of defeat. Why is he lit on fire? Just like that, extinguished.
You will never get what you want. Not even the battle you pine for so dearly. In that transcendent moment, what was it that I sought in you? And what was it that you sought in me?
And thus it dawns. Okay. The day of reckoning. Okay. Excuse me. Man, sorry. Sorry, everybody. Nobody gonna say anything?
How often have we thus assembled? To combine our knowledge and seek solutions to the problems before us.
Back at the Waking Sands, it was all we could do to address the most minor of troubles. Who could have realized what we'd find when we began to look to the sources of the realm's woes?
At the Rising Stones, we made great strides and shared many moments, from the joyous to the sorrowful.
We've had occasion to call other places home too. Be it Ishgard or Kugane, we were fortunate to find sanctuary wherein we might take stock and continue our fight.
I was honored to host this company in the Crystarium, to stand with you all as we confronted the truth of the star itself.
And now from this place, we go to fight the most important battle of all.
I mean, yeah, we've saved the world before, but now we're saving the worlds. Like, for real, for real.
The Forum has sent word. The Ark is ready. The Loporrits naturally will be commanding the vessel. They will see the 8 of you to Ultima Thule. Upon arriving, your objective is to find and vanquish Meteon. As a final formality, the Forum bade me ascertain your resolve. So, are you certain you wish to do this?
Yeah, we here now, bro. We all put the work in.
We are.
Then, ere you report to Thalmasane, I leave you with these words. You must triumph.
Yeah, duh.
What that means will differ for each of you. To make it back home, or to simply avert doom, or perhaps something else altogether.
Bro, are we about to lose some
Yet
people?
whatever it is that drives you, I have faith in its power to see you through.
Somebody
So please,
or somebodies
triumph.
are not gonna make it.
Triumph, as we who remain behind believe you will.
Let us be off then.
Wait! Both Kryl and I will be there to see you off, but as your receptionist, I feel I need to say this here. Safe journey, all of you, and be safe.
That was your big exclamation, wait? I'm thought you really had something to say, Tataru. You can even say that from when we got to the ship area to see us off. Should be disrespectful. All right. Unto the heavens. I suppose this is where we part ways, for now at least. With that, I had sage words of wisdom to share ere you depart. Mayhap the teachings of the Gothbodician will suffice. Surrender not to anger or to hatred, he said. Look beyond them, and there find true strength. What one sees beyond is open to interpretation, I think, but for me, it would be the things I cherish most in life. Things I believe are worth fighting for. Something to consider as you venture into the seas of stars. Alright. Off the top of the inn. Master Durant, I've been made aware of your coming. Please use this lift here. Alright, to the lift, the lower level. Okay.
All present and accounted for? Good. As you will have heard, the Ark is ready. All that remains is to board and be on your way.
I've seen my fair share of tight schedules, but this was bloody murder. But we did it. We finished the ship. It's safe, fit for purpose, and looks good to boot. Aye, it's a garland through and through.
I really don't know what we'd do without you. Thank you for everything.
Don't mention it. Ever since that episode with Omega, I've been toying with the idea of star-faring vessels. And as they say, necessity is the mother of invention. We've learned a lot, let me tell you. In case you're wondering about payment, the ongoing existence of the world ought to do. But feel free to throw in a colorful recounting of your journey on your return. So, have you thought of a name?
A name? Wasn't everyone just calling it Father's teeny tiny toy boat?
Well, seeing as its purpose has changed, I thought a more eloquent name was in order.
Teeny
I
tiny
suggested
toy
as
boat.
much to Fortuno, who seemed quite amenable to the idea.
As you know, This vessel is the culmination of heretofore unprecedented collaboration. And though said collaboration is owed to the Scions, there is another whose noble deeds made our work possible. From a fragment of Dalamud, we obtained not only advanced materials such as refined adamantite, but the knowledge to traverse the stars. And this fragment would not have found its way to us had the Archon Louisoix not fought to protect this world, and in so doing, laid down his life. Now that the vessel stands complete, I cannot help but wonder if it was more than mere happenstance. If it was my father's intention to guide us here. In the hopes that his guidance will see you all safely home, I name the vessel after that self-same fragment of Dalamud he delivered unto us. The Starship Ragnarok.
No, Ragnarok, really? That's what we came up with, okay.
Sorry for the wait. I got everyone you asked for, and not a one less.
What are you all doing here?
Oh, I invited them. The representatives of those tribes with religious inclinations. You've done a fine job of readying the Ragnarok, but for it to take flight, we'll of course need the power of the Mother Crystal. Given its immense size, however, transporting it would be an absolute logistical nightmare, not to mention we'd need to shatter it into tiny shards for feeding to the engines. But a brilliant idea came to me. We convert the crystal's energy into forms that can transport themselves!
Thou wouldst employ summoning, or should I say its precursor, creation magics.
Care to explain for our benefit?
Right. Enlighten the rest of us.
As you may have witnessed at Bestway's Burrow, the Loporrits are capable of creation magics, which they use to shape the moon's environment. Yet simple though they make it seem, 'tis a highly advanced and exacting art. To perform it correctly requireth that the wielder holdeth the object in his mind's eye in clearest detail.
Hence the ancients' meticulous management of concepts.
Drawing upon this art, the Ascians conceived of summoning as we know it. A derivative that replaceth the complexity of concepts with the simplicity of zealotry to make manifest a creation.
I see. By combining the Loporrit's magics and the tribe's faith, we convert the Mother Crystal into primals of purer form and greater obedience. Summoning as it was intended, one might say.
Indeed! Indeed! While Hydaelyn gave us the ability to use creation magics, she forbade us from using it to make anything possessed of a soul, or similar. She didn't say anything about fulfilling the desires of others, though. So, borrowing our friend's faith, we'll create deities using the Mother Crystal's power and send them to the Ragnarok!
No, sorry.
Am I the only one here concerned about the risk of being turned into a tempered minion?
Oh, right, I was getting to that. From what I've read in Sharlayan tomes, it appears the Ascians incorporated an additional nasty element into their summoning method. The further desire to assimilate others into one's belief. Beings thus created are instilled with the self-same desire and use their powers to enthrall people, starting with the summoner. In contrast, our creation magics, the original and the best, except no substitutes, don't incorporate any of that rubbish, so there's no risk of tempering. I mean, if the being was on the scale
Be right
of
back, guys.
Zodiac,
And let you
you
guys
might
listen
feel
to
a
the
little
cutscene while I
tugged,
take care of something real
I
quick.
think we'll be safe enough.
Truth be told, I do not understand the intricacies of this plan. But none of us would ever turn our backs on you. When the avatars of our faith ran amok, you intervened without decrying we who birthed them. Where others vilified and suppressed us, you offered understanding and friendship. In gratitude, we will share with you the true expressions of our gods. Not malevolent deities, but benevolent saviors.
Alright, you lot, we're heading to the ethereal sea. Stay in sight, else you're liable to get lost.
Lead the way.
May we have a moment? In anticipation of the day man might journey to the stars, we developed these.
Portable teleportation devices. One for each of you, designed to work in tandem. Press the button on one, and in a matter of moments, all 8 will activate and send their owners back to the Ragnarok. There is no telling what hazards you may encounter. If you find yourself separated or lost, please do not hesitate to use them. Be safe, all of you, and come back.
You as well. I pray you take care.
Looks like everything is in order, so I'll go ahead and board. A few of my fellows will remain to assist with the summonings, but rest assured, the vessel won't want for competent crewing.
If you are ready, then you should board as well. Go, and Godspeed.
Okay, we're back. All right, back just in time too. If you will come this way, I will direct you to the bridge. Upon boarding, the Ragnarok several cutscenes will play in sequence. It's recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Guess we're watching some more scenes. Trying to get an idea of like where we're at.
Welcome to the bridge, everyone! I hope you have everything, because I can't be bothered turning back. Right then, make yourselves comfortable. We're setting off in just a moment.
It's incredible.
This is Fortuno. Can you hear me? The preparations for the summonings are complete. In accordance with the 14th phase of the plan, we have moved the Ragnarok to the launch site. The gates are open. You may depart when ready.
So, are we ready?
Let's do this.
As ready as we'll ever be. Let's get going.
Oh, come on. The burnt-out star's got more fire in its belly. Try it again, with feeling.
Engage!
Really? You just create Voltron? I was gonna say the thing's pretty decent size, but it was made to carry multiple people. 100 times more than what's on it now. Multiple trips. Summonings.
That I must carry landwalkers into the sky. I cannot imagine a greater indignity.
Do not sulk so, for thy mighty winds exist not only to buffet and batter. Nay, they may serve also to thrust forth with vigor. Such is thy glory, and thus it is an occasion to rejoice. So come, let us revel!
So long as the wind blows freely, I suppose all is as it should be in creation. I will render unto them a storm, that they may pierce the firmament and fly free!
Okay.
Still in one piece? Good. Sleeping way? Report?
All's well. Fantastic, even. Thanks to the power of those primals, the engines are roaring and we're ripping along.
All values are also within projected ranges. Time to destination is 8 carats. Perhaps 7 at a pinch.
Alright, let's go over some points of caution.
The fact that we're just standing here and not in seats is kind of
Our
mind-blowing.
destination,
Whatever.
as you know, is Ultima Thule. Lest you wonder, the place is not a star so much as a patch of emptiness. That's the extent of
What's up, Ray? Hear ye, hear ye. I made it again.
From what we know
Welcome,
of
Ray. How are
Meteor,
you?
she's likely used dynamis to obfuscate her location.
So, in conclusion, we'll only know what's there when we get there.
The crew and I will see to it the ship's ready to take off at a moment's notice. We'll support the search as best we can, but it'll be your paws on the ground.
Work late,
assuming
so
there
I'll
is
be
any.
trying to catch you. Okay.
But everything will be fine, I'm sure. Heidelin believes in you.
I normally
so you
stream
ought to believe
around
in
8:30, 9 o'clock Eastern till 11, somewhere between 11 and 12, 1. Depending on week, sometimes the weekends I might go a little longer.
Portable teleporters of yours. Personally, at the slightest sign of trouble, I'd mash the button to bits. And you should as well.
Understood. We promise to be careful.
I suggest you brace yourselves. We're about to arrive and the vessel will shake a good bit.
There already, huh? Okay.
What is this? Something is interfering with the equipment. Greetings.
Ah, Meteon. That's spooky.
Greetings. Can you hear me?
But guess what? I am off on weekends now, so weekend stream is a turn up. Well, nice.
So this is Meteon.
Nice. Off on weekends.
Oh. Have you met one of my sisters? I don't
Be right back,
remember
y'all.
meeting
Give me
you
1 second.
myself. But I do know that you're from Atheris. Why have you come? All you had to do was wait. I would have delivered to you your ends.
We didn't ask for that.
I don't understand. All life is destined to end. Why choose to prolong your suffering? Effort, ambition, love, they amount to naught. Happiness, should you find it, is inevitably lost, stolen away by events beyond your control. There is no logic nor meaning in it. You think there is. Convince yourselves. But it's all a cruel accident. Come now. I speak the truth. A truth you would recognize if you looked up at the night sky. Unbroken emptiness. Cold, dark, and silent. Your world, like every other, is but a blemish upon its perfect fabric. Life is an anomaly. It is unnatural and cannot continue.
Life is an anomaly?
The sooner you accept this, the easier it will be.
Just to be clear, we're not here to argue with you. We know that life is fleeting, and that in the short time we have it, we're not assured happiness.
Indeed. I've seen far more sorrow in the eyes of many I've met. I myself have plenty of regrets. And one day they'll die with me. Gone to dust with my good deeds and unfulfilled dreams.
But we accept this. That our existence may seem pointless. That sorrow, rage, and despair will always dog our heels. And we press on regardless. That is why Hydaelyn guided us here. In her boundless love for mankind, she has prepared us for this trial, and in her name, we have come for you.
Yes, I sense it. A burning passion like unto fury. I know it well. For the same passion once burned in many a star before yours. Suffocated and extinguished now.
Dang.
I can't breathe. You approach the bounds of my ultimatum, where emotions dictate reality, where resignation and acceptance unite to embrace the end. Where those who yet valiantly cling to life cannot thrive.
Okay, quite interesting, quite interesting.
By the Fury.
Yeah, to drop like flies is right?
Tancred?
Where did Thancred go? Oh, they took Thancred again.
Meteon has gone as well. Mayhap he awakened first and gave chase.
Everyone? It appears we are at our destination. This is Ultima Thule.
Not that we knew what to expect, but I wasn't expecting this. From atmospheric composition to ambient temperatures, all reading to within permissible range. This place is capable of supporting life.
I don't know why the cheap view bots come through.
If that's the case, then Thancred may well have gone on ahead. Let's go and have a look. Meanwhile, I want the rest of you to perform a
That was
full
some
inspection of the
random
ship, as well as a
bot
biological
for
scan.
cheap views. I get at least one every stream. Sometimes two.
So it was that the brave wayfarers arrived at last at Dream's End. In following their path walked and history written,
Yes,
I am made
yes,
keenly aware
yes.
of one truth.
Yes, Celeste, I am there.
Though the curtains may fall again and again, so long as others take the stage, ever shall there be more
Welcome, by the way.
tales to tell.
How are you this evening?
So, let them bring it to a close, I say. Let the curtains fall upon this, the final chapter in the tale of the star.
Well, doesn't that place look
this
friendly?
A dead star.
As I live and breathe, I live and breathe. Well, the environment itself shouldn't kill us.
Well then, let us search for Thancred while exploring the area. The ship we leave in your care.
Okay. I think we got a crystal, I think, roughly right when we first start exploring. So I can't guarantee it will be of help in these strange surroundings, but I've readied a provision node in case of emergency. Of course, if you encounter any real danger here, I expect you to return to the Ragnarok at once. Look at this place. Look at this place. Alright, so that is the provision node. So we can take care of our equipment for any upcoming things that we may do. Alright, a strange and new world. We're fortunate this place can support life, albeit barely, I suspect, given the torpedo's stale quality of the air. But never mind that, we must find Thancred. Let's begin our search from the prow of the ship. It seems as good a direction as any. Try not to stray too far, at least we lose sight of one another. One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. No? Okay. Just me? Am I the only one that felt that way when I first got here? Bro, why are so many stellar dragons around? Alright, Alpha No. Oh, by the way, you should have listened to this map's music. I was busy wondering what happened to Thancred. Yeah. Bro. Interrupted my stuff. Listen to the map music. Oh, instead of jumping on the bike. Yeah, I probably should have. Ruins, but what? I wonder. Perhaps we could find something to help us understand the nature of this place. A relic, an inscription, anything. It's always dangerous on these maps. It is, Celeste. Like, bro, leave me alone. Don't you see I'm trying to quest here? The metallic pillar has been partially melted, like something in the distant past. Likely sometime in the distant past. I always can't wait till I hit that 5 levels above. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes. I get it. The damage does not appear to have been inflicted deliberately. Rather, it calls to mind the indiscriminate destruction often wrought in the heat of battle. Okay. Let's quick ride Tia's over here. Get up about. Look here, this part is relatively intact. The intricate design of the top suggests it is man-made, though its builders were surely not men as we conceive of them. Have said that, I swear I've seen this pattern before. Okay. Closer than I thought. Oh, what's the Stydian doing way up here? I thought this hill might afford a better view of our surroundings. A poor decision in hindsight. Besides, the light from the ship, all is shrouded in darkness. If Thancred is here, I'd never know it. From what I can tell, we are near the edge of an island, if you can call it that, surrounded by floating debris. Head back down. That was not what I wanted to do, but okay, whatever. Hit the wrong direction on the directional pad. Okay. Were you able to find anything? Not really, right? Everything here is destroyed, as I feared, and still no trace of Thancred. There's nothing but emptiness as far as the eye can see, which unfortunately isn't very far. Though I can't help but suspect that someone or something is here. There are times when I sense it drawing close, and then a chill washes over me, leaving me exhausted. Leaving me with feelings of death and anguish. My ear itches. I don't know why my earlobes itching. It looks like the dragons that are on our current land. What are you talking about? There's nothing there. They can't see it. I can see it. I wonder if it's because of... Well, the Stydians should be able to see that thing too. Before we jump to any conclusion, perhaps we should search elsewhere. Agreed. We've found only more questions when we are in desperate need of answers. There's a fair stretch of terrain from the ship's port side. Let us search there then. Bro, you don't sense that dragon in Stydian? Duran, a word before we join the others. Thank you. Thank you. If anybody else could sense the dragon, it would be him, right? Like, bro, why we gotta go past the dude, though? bro. You see them too, don't you? The dragons. Thank you. I was like, bruh, I know you see these dragons. As I thought, their presence is tedious at best, but there is no mistaking it. No doubt your bond with the Guardians and mine with Nihog is what allows us to perceive them. Could these apparitions be related to the dragons that now live on the theories? But better to leave such conjecture to the others. In any case, we must be careful. We may soon find dragons they can see as well. Death and anguish. What happened to them, I wonder? Okay. Fine. We're just gonna walk past the dragons. Like they're not there. No, or not. Get dealt with. They can get dealt with. Oh, this does not seem safe. Okay. So y'all don't see them dragons.
Dragons? Here?
Ah, there we go. Alright, be right back, y'all.
What you see is a memory of a world that once was. A world suffering a slow death, whose denizens cried out for the release of oblivion.
What? Their world is dead?
It is. Not a single life remains upon that husk floating in the vast emptiness. These creatures are shadow and shade, perpetuated only to suffuse dynamis with their unending lamentations.
Our friend Thancred. Where is he?
A strange question. He is at your side, is he not? Oh yes. He is here and there, and everywhere within this space. He would tell you himself if he had form to form words.
Jesus, what do you mean by that?
Huh. Such loathing and uncertainty. You don't know why you still exist. In like manner to the oblivion I send, I tried to drown out your ether with dynamis. Beginning with this Thancred, who came at me despite being unable to breathe. Such a simple thing, unmaking men. In the blinking of an eye, he was gone. Didn't even have the chance to be transformed.
What do you mean be transformed?
Yet somehow, he managed to leave a slither of himself behind. What you call the heart? Or perhaps the soul. In his final moment, he cried out from it. A single word. Survive. That wish proved stronger than the despair that ruled here. It overpowered it, causing this space to be remade into a place you can perceive and where life can endure. That you draw breath is proof that his soul lives on. For how long, however, remains to be seen.
Well then, we should hurry and tend to business.
Oh.
It's futile. You will never reach the true me. I told you, emotions dictate reality in this space. Such changes as you might work will not alter its nature. You may see, but you cannot touch. Walk, but not advance.
Meteon holds too much sway here. How do we contend with a foe who can unmake us on a whim?
I do not know. But Thancred gave his life that we might come this far. We must press on.
So we already lost Thancred.
Agreed. We cannot turn tail here. Not without something to show for our comrade's sacrifice.
Interesting. Interesting. See here, soul without a body, a form of being with which we are not wholly unfamiliar. Indeed, we existed in similar state when residing in the first. The circumstances are rather more dire than that, this is true, but I choose to believe he is not forever lost to us. Regardless, in sacrifice, he hath afforded us a chance to prevail. Let us not squander it in assertion in the nature of this realm that we might confront and defeat Meteon. Justinian, Duran, would you accompany me in speaking with these dragons? Mayhaps they can enlighten us. I would ask the rest of you to survey the surroundings. If there is a path that may lead us to our quarry, we must find it. Very well, we can reconvene here when everyone has finished. Gideon said these dragons are shadows and shade from a world whose Dinziers sought oblivion. As such, they are not like to be amenable to company, let alone conversation, so please be careful. Let us split up and gather what knowledge we may. A visitor, not of the star. Could thy slender hands bring plague to our world? They breathe exhaustion's extinguishing life's feeble flame. Oh, how we would adore thee. Alas, with time our flesh shall wither, our souls fade, and so we wait for its inexorable march into oblivion. If thou art not come to hasten our demise, I bid thee leave us. We crave not companion, only silence. It's pretty depressing, not gonna lie. Attune to this crystal. Beyond that distant veil, paradise lost, so glorious, so beautiful. We were a proud and noble race, strength embodied. We knew only love before they came. Metal monstrous of black and silver, no bonds of blood did they share, no conviction did they have to guide them. A crushing defeat, never had we known such shame. Stilled now are the winds, through none could feel these wings burden my ignominy. We fly no more, only sink into oblivion. Pretty depressing. Pretty depressing. Talking to these dragons, spirits. Thou wouldst bid me speak? Folly. I observe the lessons of the stone. I shall not fly, nor speak, nor roar. I only watch and wait and end. But one sight yet stirreth my blood, tempteth me to raise my voice in lamentation. Ah, no, the cradle of the unsung dragon. No words, no songs are possessed of the weight to describe such tragedy. Go, if that be thy will, I shall remain. Level up. It's right over here somewhere. So I figure out how to get to it. They led you here as well, did they? It was described to me as the source of their woes and proof of their end. I think I'm beginning to see why. It's a hatching ground, or was. I've seen similar on Aetheres. Ms. Guardianson's kind must have lived and thrived in a place such as this. Vothra said his father was driven from their ancestral home by war and strife. This, then, is the fate of those who remain. Let's have you look around. Maybe these eggs have more to tell us what happened here. Okay. Inside the shattered egg, you find the remains of an unborn dragon. The body has already begun to decompose. I mean, already has begun to decompose. The gelatinous, half-dried membrane covering the corpse suggests it failed to emerge. This is a pretty depressing place, y'all. A murky liquid has pooled inside this eggshell. The noxious photor is indicative of contamination. Gingerly lifting a large egg from the viscous mire, you peer inside and see a formless mass soaking in a pool of embryonic fluid. Your stomach turns. Yeah, it's turning right now, actually, as you return the egg to its resting place. The egg appears to have been broken from the inside out. Perhaps the dragonette within succeeded in hatching. What is this? I thought all the eggs had been ruined. If the dragonette was indeed hatched, there is no sign of it here, or its sire, for that matter. We should look for them. You start with the cliff tops, and I'll search the plains. Alright. Although I've unlocked flying everywhere else, I back to, being a peasant riding along. Leave me alone, fam. Ah. Okay. Looked away. The boisterous howling has been quieted by the hand, I presume. Everything all right? I thought I heard a dragging or something resembling one. Yeah, it was a malformed one, but I took care of it. I killed it. It's out of here. Ah. I see what's happened here. Was that your child? Perhaps some eggs within no, are indeed mine. If life within one did quicken, the beast thou hast slain may be of my blood. Yet I do not recognize it, twisted and malformed as it is. Not a dragon in truth, but a reminder of our failure, a testament to our shame. Explain. They descended from the heavens, cold, heartless machines, and with them rode war and death. With fire and fury, rage and anger, we gave answer. 'Twas a long and bloody battle, but only the beginning. Untold chaos and destruction swept over the star. In the end, the invaders were victorious. Yet, when they looked upon their prize, they deemed it unfit for requisition, and we were abandoned to our ruin. The survivors sought to put away their shame, to rebuild a futile effort. Imperial soil, depleted with ether, did we once cultivate our nesting grounds, but our lands were barren, and any egg nurtured in such desolation were fated to rot. What few survive to hatch emerge as abominations. We shall have no new progeny. But there are dragons among you capable of journeying to other stars. That there are. Many would make the attempt, each bearing a clutch of eggs. the richest stars were home to the harshest rulers, and the arrival of dragons incited contests for supremacy. When the fires faded, the wars lost and won. They too were reduced to ash and waste. 'Tis the curse of those who seek life to be drawn into conflict, to conquer or to be conquered. A vicious cycle we now chose to break. We tired of conflict, of everything. We wait now in sweet, merciful silence, free from strife and suffering, still as stone. Wait, you claim your kind is doomed? But there is another star. Okay. Right, I think it's probably where we're going to cut it for tonight. We will pick back up here tomorrow, maybe, doubtful. We got some plans tomorrow, but I do want to kind of get to the end of Endwalker. We are, I don't know, we still got about 10 quests or so to go, plus a couple of another dungeon, another trial at least, maybe more coming up. Plus, obviously, you got to figure out what's happening with everything. Do we save E3 and all the reflections thereof, or do we have to figure out a way to kind of get everybody off the planet now that we've taken the boat, the teeny tiny boat? But appreciate you guys coming by and hanging out. We will catch up on this one. It probably won't be tomorrow. I know we're gonna go see Thunderbolts in the morning, and then I got a project I want to finish up before it gets too dark tomorrow, and then I got to grill, and then by that time I'm usually pretty much done for the day. So maybe Monday, possibly Tuesday, we'll come back and try to finish up these last few. We'll see how we get. If we go Tuesday, we'll definitely finish it up on Wednesday, which is our normal time for Final Fantasy anyway. But that is going to be it for your boy. Thank you guys for hanging out. Until then, it is your boy Ghost Dog signing out. I don't have anywhere really to send you guys, but that's alright. Until then, peace.